Hello everybody, my name is Luke Wang and I'm going to begin a series of talk shows, vlogs, and music tutorials, especially towards how to play the violin. I'm 25 years old, and a little bit background about myself. I was born in Taiwan, but I was raised in Vancouver, BC, since at the age of 4.5. Yeah, hope this goes well. I'm not really good at speaking in front of camera, so this is still a new experience for me, and hopefully you guys will be able to bear with my talking. It's kind of weird talking to yourself in front of a camera, but we'll see how it goes. Cheers! During the past experiences, I'm very grateful to my parents. They've been very dedicated and very supportive to not only my education, but also education for my sister and for my brother. I remember growing up, we used to live in Vancouver near Queen Elizabeth Park, and most of the time my mom would actually drive all the way. This is her dedication, right? She would drive all the way from our house to my violin teacher's house, which is at least 45 minutes, I believe, at the time. Yeah. And we started off, the three of us were learning, so you could just imagine how much my parents invested in raising and educating us in that sense for about 18 years. Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm very thankful for my parents for raising me and making me who I am today. And let's just see how this video goes. I don't really know where I'm gonna start, but I'll just like to talk and just share things that I can draw from my own personal experience through learning, through the people I met, and through the experiences that I've gone through. And hopefully it would give you guys a chance to see what it's like to be immersed in this industry. And also just in life in general, actually if you look at it, I like to see music as not as an individual part of a system that is confined in its own art, but rather an expansion to learn about yourself, and to explore about yourself. You learn a lot about what happens in a deeper sense about your mental state and your physical state, and what your emotions are. And yeah, you learn quite a bit through just learning music, and that's why I like to teach. I like to teach in a sense that I believe that I'm a little bit different than a lot of teachers out there, because I have a lot of life experience in a lot of different fields, and I can get into a little bit some detail about what I've gone through, and then, but probably not in this video. That's another talk. But I'm just a guy that really loves to learn new things. I'm very keen in learning new skills and discovering new things about myself, and in that sense I apply it to my music, and it's fun in that way. If you approach it in that way, it is very fun, and I like to give that sense to my students, and so that they can see things, relate things that they do in music and apply it into their personal life. A little bit more about myself. I went to Van Horn Elementary as from kindergarten all the way to grade 6, and then I went to Gilpin. We moved to Burnaby when I finished grade 6. So in grade 7 I was in Burnaby. We moved to Burnaby, went to Gilpin Elementary for 1 year, graduate at Gilpin. Met some really cool people there as well. 2 especially. But I won't mention their names for today. And then in high school I went to Burnaby Central. And actually there's a lot of cool people that I met there too. A lot of talented people actually. And then went to UBC after high school. Got into a music program, Bachelor's of Music with performance, and I graduated last year, 2014. And since then, this year I'm doing a spa program at New Image, and I'll be done in September. And the reason why I wanted to get into doing spa is because during my past experience in learning this art, learning art of the violin, and just music in general, you realize that a lot of musicians are, they're so focused in learning their craft and their art that they don't really understand the biomechanics of their body, their hands, and their structure in general. And they tend to build a lot of tension when they play. I mean, tension is, in a sense, it is good. In a sense, it's bad. It just depends on how you use it. But and a lot of times you develop unnecessary tension when you play. And I'll show some of these cases a little down. And so the reason why I chose a spa program is to give another sense of relaxation for people that dedicate their life to art, and I want to help them in the best way that I can. So learning about the body is also my passion, besides playing music. And so if I can help a fellow musician out, or any other disciplinary area, which is fine, if I can help them out, I'll be very happy, because music is something that you carry for the rest of your life, and it really strikes me at my heart to see a lot of talented people who have a very bright career ahead of them, but gets destroyed because of their lack of knowledge and lack of understanding of their body, that they put it in such intense work of practicing that they end up kind of ruining their career down the road. And hopefully during these tutorials I can help point out some things that you do that due to your body that creates a lot of tension. And maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. This is just drawing from my own past experience, and I'm still learning myself. So yeah, all the information I'm going to throw at you guys is yours for the taking, and I would not want to claim anything that I give, because I believe that knowledge is free, education is free, and it's just through exploration of myself that I'm giving you these things, and the knowledge that I've learned of the past, I'm willing to share it, and it's yours for the taking. If you take the time to learn it, to dissect it, and to build it, and to craft it, and you can claim it of your own, because that's something that you worked hard for to achieve. So I applaud you if you can at least draw some things out of these videos that I'm about to post, then I'll be happy for you. And I'm here to encourage everyone, and yeah, I'm here to encourage everyone to do the best that they can, and don't get upset. I mean, I like to think life as, like, you know that analogy of the cup is either half empty or half full. And when you play, when you practice, there's a lot of times where you end up feeling very disappointed about yourself because you didn't accomplish something that you first imagined, right? And you come out of practicing and you realize that you actually is more pessimistic after you practice, and that's not a good approach in the way you practice, because you're gonna start losing a lot of the passion for music if you approach life that way. And just not for music, but like any art that you learn, new skills that you learn, always go into it knowing nothing. You should always go into something and pretend that you don't know anything. And at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, am I a better person? Did I learn something about myself that I previously didn't see? And if you see it in that sense, you're going to come out with more of a gratitude. You're going to be more grateful, and you're just going to enjoy life in that sense. So no matter what skill you're going to learn, for example, drawing the bow, making a good sound, vibrato, whatever, before you even play, just think of it, where am I at this point? And at the end of the practice session, come out of it saying, did I improve in my art? In most of the case, yes. And if not, you actually learn things about yourself too. Like what are the things I'm doing that's inhibiting myself to accomplish a certain skill? And that's something you have to ask yourself. And if you can actually find the answer to that, then you should be grateful, because then you learn from that. That's like learning from a mistake. And the next time you go into practicing, you just realize that, okay, I did it in this way, and then I'm not going to do it in that way again, right? So always look at life the best way you can, in a positive manner, and by the end of it, just be content in what you do. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm still very new at this. I'm learning how to talk in front of a camera that you're just talking to a camera. It's funny, you know, like it's weird. It's a weird experience, but I think over time it'll get more natural, and I'll be less afraid of talking in front of a camera. You know, and that's part of life. It's funny. But yeah, if you can, just subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I'll bring new content for you guys. And if there's anything that you guys want to learn about the violin, just leave it in the comment below. And yeah, well, I mean, I'm always here. I'm always happy to discuss about things. It doesn't have to be like music in general, but it can be any other aspects of life, as long as if it's constructive, positive, and constructive. I'm not here to team anybody. I've come to a point, this year I've come to a point to really just appreciate life and appreciate everybody around me, and also the artists that's taking hundreds and hundreds of hours of practice to craft what they have. And yeah, I just appreciate everybody's playing. Music wise, anything other than music, yeah, I just appreciate what you guys do, and I'm more than happy to get to know you personally, as a person, and just follow my channel if you can. If not, no worries, it's all good. Have a great day. Cheers.